nothing happened. No world war, no mushroom clouds, no tanks rolling through capital cities. In fact, 2026 is surprisingly quiet. And yet, small countries feel more unsafe than they have in decades. Which is strange, because usually fear comes after explosions. But this time, fear arrived before anything exploded. That's when you know something changed. Because the world didn't become violent, it became efficient. For a long time, small countries had a very simple deal. Follow the rules, sign the treaties, attend the meetings, clap politely at the UN, and in return, someone big would protect you. Maybe not immediately, maybe after a press conference, but eventually. Security worked like a subscription service. You paid every year with neutrality, diplomacy, and a lot of patience. And protection stayed on auto-renew. Nobody asked if you were important. You were protected because the system said so. Then the world sped up, really sped up. Decisions started happening. In hours, not summits, not resolutions, not strongly worded statements. Power stopped waiting for permission. And suddenly, small countries realized something terrifying. The system they depended on moves slower than the threats they face. Which is not comforting, because if danger moves faster than paperwork, paperwork becomes decoration. Neutrality used to be fashionable. It was elegant, sophisticated, Swiss. You didn't choose sides. You hosted conferences. You served coffee. You nodded wisely. And everyone respected that. Because big powers wanted stability. Neutral countries were useful buffers. No drama, no noise. But in 2026, neutrality doesn't look wise anymore. It looks suspicious. Today, big powers don't ask, "Are you neutral?" They ask, "Are you clear?" Because clarity is predictable. Neutrality is not. And unpredictability makes planners nervous. Neutrality now sounds like, "I haven't decided yet." And in geopolitics, undecided is not a position. It's a weakness with good manners. In 2026, security depends on one thing. Who answers the phone? Not how many treaties you signed, not how many speeches you gave, just who answers and how fast. If the answer is, "We are deeply concerned," congratulations, you are on your own. In previous decades, power moved slowly. Institutions caught up. Rules mattered. In 2026, power moves instantly. Institutions react. Rules follow after. Which means safety is no longer guaranteed. It is conditional, rented, reviewed, renewed, or not. Publicly, nothing changed. Everyone still says, "We are neutral. We support peace. We believe in dialogue." Privately, defense budgets are rising. Bases are being discussed. New security deals are signed quietly. Missiles are ordered. Contingency plans are updated. Nobody is panicking. They are just preparing. Because panic is loud, preparation is silent. Big countries feel changes last. They absorb shock. Small countries feel it immediately because they sit in between trade routes, power blocks, rival interests. They are the cushions, and cushions feel pressure first. So in 2026, small countries aren't afraid of war. They're afraid of delay. Because power doesn't argue anymore. It moves. And if it moves without you, you learn where you stand. Nothing happened. That was the lesson.
Thank you for watching Pastcast, where the past echoes through today. If you enjoyed the satire, scrolls, and scandals, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. before the next empire falls.